Evening to everyone present out here. Today, we embark on a journey into a time of opulence, artistry, and historical significance, the Mughal.
This annual function is more than just a performance. It's a window into a period that profoundly shaped the cultural fabric of a nation. We aim to explore the multifaceted legacy of the Mughal Empire, from the architectural wonder that graced our landscape to the intricate art form that continue to inspire us.
We all are dedicated to bring this era to life, immersing ourselves in the stories, the drama, the music, and the artistic expressions of the Mughal courts.
We hope to evoke the spirit of Mughal era by celebrating its artistic brilliance while acknowledging the historical complexities that define it. A warm welcome to everyone who has joined us today for this spectacle, the Mughals.
Firstly, I request you to get up, join your hands, close your eyes, and get ready for the prayer.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where the knowledge is free. Where the knowledge is free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments. By narrow domestic walls. By narrow domestic walls. Where words come out from the depth of truth. Where words come out from the depth of truth. Where the mind is led forward by thee. Where the mind is led forward by thee. Into ever-widening thought and action. Into ever-widening thought and action. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father. Let my country awake. Let my country awake. Now, I request you all to take your seats and would like to call Sarthik to present the thought of the day.
Today's thought of the day is the weight of a crown is not in its gold, but in the countless decisions, big and small, that shape the lives of those under its authority. I repeat my thought, the weight of a crown is not in its gold, but in the countless decisions, big and small, that shape the lives of those under its authority.
Now, we are very excited to present you a short English drama on a theme, the Mughal.
Scene 1. Students went to a museum along with their teachers, which was based on Mughal culture. They saw the statues of Mughal emperors.
Wow, look at these wonderful statues. Okay, student, can you tell me one by one, what do you know about the Mughal emperors?
Babur, the founder of a rugged warrior still bearing the marks of his battles.
Humayun, the scholar, often troubled with broke furrowed with the weight of his struggles.
Akbar, the tall and wise ruler, radiating a calm authority, his eyes filled with understanding.
Jahangir, the artist prone to indulgence, his hand gesturing expressively, a hint of melancholy in his work.
Shah Jahan, the builder obsessed with grandeur, his gaze fixed on an unseen vision of the Taj Mahal.
Aurangzeb, the austere controversial emperor, his presence casting a long cold shadow, his voice resonating with conviction.
Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last emperor, poetic line is fair from the bearing, the weight of a lost empire, his voice is filled with sorrow.
Scene 2. A few students were roaming around in the museum and they got separated from the class. They reached to a door on which "Do not enter" was written in bold. They got curious and opened the door. Suddenly, a bright light came and they time traveled and teleported to the Mughal court. Babur.
This was expense, a prize won blood and steel. I tore a kingdom from the chaos, a legacy forged in the fires of Tibetan. Yet the work, it was never truly finished. The seeds of discord always threatening to bloom.
Humayun.
Father, your spiritual troubled by the burden of the rule. I inherited the kingdom only to lose it. Wandering in exile by fortune's fickle hand, I reclaimed it, but the insecurity, the constant fear, it never left me.
Students had realized that they had time traveled, but somehow they are invisible as others couldn't see them. Akbar.
Cousins, let me settle upon this gathering. I sought to build upon your foundations, to create a realm where all faiths could coexist. I understood that truth and not lies in conquest, but in unity. My Dine Ilahi, a bridge between hearts. I wish to bind all my subjects as one.
Jahangir.
Art the soul of our empire, the beauty
beauty of nature, the grace of human form captured in vibrant hues. My gardens, my paintings, they all were my truest passions, but the nectar, the haze, they clouded my judgment and weakened my resolve. Noor Jahan, her influence, she steered the ship while I drifted. I have regrets.
Shah Jahan.
Love, immortalized in marble, a monument to eternal devotion. Taj Mahal, a tear on the cheek of time. My dream, a golden age of architecture, of splendor. But even beauty cannot shield us from the harsh reality of ours. My sons, their ambitions, their trickery, it shattered my heart.
Aurangzeb.
Piety above all, the Sharia, the guiding principles of my rule. I sought to purify the empire, to eradicate Hershey, to bring all under the banner of truth and faith. My methods were rigorous, but the empire was fracturing and drastic measures were required. The people did not understand my vision.
Bahadur Shah Zafar.
And let the poet sing so. A poet tucking by the British was rolled and the time was over. My heart bleeds for Delhi, for India. We were reduced to the puppets and our power stripped away. My heart finds no peace in this desolate abode. Who has found permanence in this transient world?
We were warriors, builders, dreamers, and zealots. Our stories, testament, and fleeting nature of power.
Each of us a thread in the tapestry of Hindustan.
Art and empire, the beauty we chased, even as power slipped through our fingers.
Our legacy, a monument to both glory and sorrow.
Let our triumphs and failures as a lesson serve to those who follow.
And let the poets sing so far, rise and fall. In their verse, our memory lives on.
Scene 3. Students were listening to all of the emperors and realized that even these Mughal emperors have faced highs and lows in their lives.
Wow, I can't believe we just lived through that.
Seriously, no one is going to believe us. But wait, we have to get back for that first.
Right, let's search the door through which we came earlier. Hey, look, a light is coming from there. You are right, let's go.
Then the students followed the light and teleported back to the present day. Thank you.
After this amazing skit, let's move to a group discussion to get better understanding about Mughals.
The Mughal Empire is a huge part of Indian history. We often think of their amazing buildings like Taj Mahal and their mix of art, writing and government. They really left their mark.
Before the Mughals in 1500s, India had many kingdoms. The Delhi Sultanate ruled in the north at different times. In the south, emperors like Vijayanagara and the Bamni Sultanate were important. These earlier rulers helped get things ready for the Mughals.
The Mughal dynasty, which ruled much of the Indian subcontinent from the early 16th to mid-19th century, had a complex origin. They were descended from two powerful lineages. First was Timur, the greatest conqueror on their father's side, and second was Genghis Khan, the Mongol conqueror on their mother's side. Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire, was descended of both.
Babur was a smart and ambitious ruler from Fergana, establishing the Mughal Empire in India after defeating Sultan Ibrahim Lodi at the First Battle of Panipat in 1526. He was a scholar, a good military leader, and brought interesting memories in his book, the Baburnama. His short rules set the stage for empire to grow.
Akbar. Most people think that Akbar was the best Mughal emperor. His reign was considered as the golden age of Mughal empire. He understood that diverse empire needed harmony, so he championed as the policy of sulh equal, meaning peace for all.
He also abolished a discriminatory taxes like jizya on non-Muslims, pilgrimage taxes on Hindus. He also commissioned the creation of important literary works like Akbarnama, a chronicle of religion.
Akbar also introduced significant administrative reforms. He fostered relationship with Hindu rulers, particularly Rajputs, by marrying to an Indian princess called Jodhabai or by giving them high position in his administration.
Jahangir Akbar's son kept his father's government system but loved art, painting and buildings more. Mughal miniature painting really grew in his time. He also faced challenges including rebellions by his son Khusrau and growing influence of his wife Noor Jahan.
Shah Jahan, his reign was considered as the golden age of Mughal architecture. He had a grand vision and a passion for building magnificent structures. His most famous architectural includes Taj Mahal in Agra, a breathtaking monument built in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal.
Some other notable achievements are a large section of Agra Fort, Red Fort in Delhi, Jama Masjid in Delhi, the Wazir Khan Mosque in Lahore, and Shalimar Gardens in Lahore. While known for his building projects, he also oversaw his military campaigns and dealt with political matters. He shifted Mughal capital from Agra to Delhi. His rule was grand, stable, and had great art and culture, but ended with his sons.
Aurangzeb reigned for nearly half a century and oversaw the empire's largest territorial expansion. Unlike his predecessor, adopted policy of religious tolerance. He was a Sikh Sunni Muslim aimed to establish a more orthodox Islamic state. He reimposed the Jizya tax on non-Muslim, ordered destruction of several prominent Hindu temples, placed restriction on Hindu religion activities.
He emphasized the implementation of Islamic law, the appointed official called muhtasibs to regulate religion to intolerant toward the Shia Muslims. He could intolerant toward the ninth Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur. He spent the last 26 years in lying in Mathura.
The Mughals were known of their big military effort, from Babur first win to Aurangzeb taking over much of the south. Their strong armies helped them build and control a large area. They used new armies ideas like gunpowder and had strong force that helped them defeat local rulers and stay in charge.
The Mughal government was very organized with good official and a standard tax system.
The kings like Akbar make important changes. This good system helped the economy. The Mansabdari, Jagidari and Zamindari system, they were distinct administrative structure used during the Mughals periods, including the Mansabdari, Jagidari and Zamindari system. In Mansabdari, officials called Mansabdars received licenses and were responsible for maintaining troops and fulfilling duties.
Jagidari was a land revenue system where Jagidars collected revenue from assigned territories in exchange for military and administrative services. Zamindars were primarily introduced under British rule, involved zamindars and landlords collecting revenue from peasants and paying to the government.
But in early 70s, Mughal Empire started to fall apart because the later empire were weak and people rebelled and local power grew stronger. The central government lost power. The European trading company gained influence immensely, leading to empire ending in mid-18, which was a part of big India's history.
The Mughal empires had a huge and complex spectrum in India, leaving behind amazing building systems, a mix of culture and complicated religious ideas. The Mughals really shaped India in important ways. Understanding this time with its goods and bad parts is key to understanding history and how it is today. Thank you.
Alright, after our insightful discussion on the Mughals, let's shift our focus to a different artistic expression, a Hindi poetry. Now, for presenting this poem, I would like to call Tanisha Sarwab and Rhythm.
चलो इतिहास की गलियों में घूमे, मुगलों की कहानी आओ सब सुने।
हाँ, वो शान और शौकत वाली बात, ताजमहल, लाल किला और वो रात।
तो शुरू करो किस्सा पुराना, बाबर से लेकर आखिरी जमाना।
समरकंद से आया बाबर वीर, पानीपत की धरती बदली तकदीर, लोधी को हराया नींव रखी नई, मुगल सल्तनत चमकी हर गई। अकबर ने फैलाया अमन का राज, दीन इलाही हर धर्म का साज, फतेहपुर सीकरी बुलंद दरवाजा, कला और संस्कृति का था ये अंदाजा।
जहांगीर की आंखें चित्रकला में खोई, नूरजहां की बातें हर दिल को मोही, शाहजहां का प्यार ताजमहल बना, संगमरमर का सपना हर दिल में समा।
लाल किले की दीवारें, गूंजती आवाजें, शहजादों की बातें, छिपे हुए राज, दीवाने आम, दीवाने खास, देखो तो जरा मुगलों की शान थी सबसे जुदा। औरंगजेब आया लेकर डरता साथ, साम्राज्य बिखरने लगा हाथ से हाथ। दक्कन की लड़ाई बढ़ती गई दूर, कमजोर हुए शासक, टूटा गुरूर।
फिर दिन जब सत्ता थी खोई, अंग्रेजों के आगे हर उम्मीद रोई, बहादुर शाह जफर आखिरी निशानी, मुगल सल्तनत की खत्म हुई कहानी।
पर क्या हमने इतिहास से सीखा? एकता का पाठ हर दिल में दिखा।
संस्कृति के धरोहर आज भी है जिंदा, मुगल इतिहास है भारत का चंदा।
हाँ, यही है हमारी पहचान, मुगल इतिहास है भारत का मान। धन्यवाद।
That was an emotionally rich presentation. Now, carrying forward this thread of emotion, I would like to call Priyank, Sarthik and Yash to present a beautiful Hindi song.
Great. Now get ready to lose yourselves in the rhythm and harmony as we present our next act, an instrumental performance by Ronald.
From the timeless sound of tradition, we now move to a contemporary reflection on the Mughal era. Our next artist offered their English song inspired by this fascinating history. So please welcome Sir Khwab, Tanisha and Samreen.
The battle's coming now.
Now, I would like to call our next artist who will share their English poem, also inspired by our Mughals' legacy.
Power wears a velvet cloak, soft to touch but right to chew. A crown of gold have with him, not all who rule can feel it still.
It speaks in thunder, walks in flame. It builds a throne, it carves a name. Yet in its eyes a silent ghost. For every gain something.
A whisper sings 1,000 swords, a gallant reach the word with word. The power held with selfish hand, fertile heart to bring its end.
So wield it not with blinded pride, let truth and justice be your guide. For strength is not in what you own, but in the seeds of grace you've sown.
When storms arise and shadows press, the mighty fall like all the rest. It's not the road that time will lead, but quiet acts and self.
If you lead with light, the France is wrong but fear in right. Power serves one who seeks, it lives to live out loud the free. Thank you.
After this amazing poetry, now I invite you to witness a splendor through a classical dance which is none other than prepared by our Bhavna Kathak ma'am. So please welcome our dancers.
अर्ज़ियाँ सारी मैं चेहरे पे लिख के लाया हूँ, तुमसे क्या मांगूं मैं, तुम खुद ही समझ लो।
After the grace of our classical performance, let's now enjoy a vibrant group dance.
ah जमाने की तोड़ आया हूँ मैं तेरे वास्ते दुनिया को छोड़ आया हूँ आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना आया हूँ आया तेरा दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर दीवाना तेरा दीवाना तेरा दीवाना तेरा दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर दीवाना यह तेरा ही सौदाई यह तेरा ही शहदाई यह तेरा ही सौदाई यह तेरा ही शहदाई तेरे इश्क में इसे मर जाना आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना तेरा जलवा जो पाऊं मैं हर गम भूल जाऊं तेरा जलवा जो मैं पाऊं मैं तो हर गम भूल जाऊं ये आंसू जो है बहते बस इतना रह ही कहते कहाँ तू और कहाँ मैं पलाया हूँ यहाँ मैं करम इतना अगर हो कि मुझ पर एक नजर हो मुझ पर एक नजर हो जानो दिलवार दूं मैं जिंदगी हार दूं मैं जानो दिलवार दूं मैं जिंदगी हार दूं मैं जैसे शम्मा पे मरता है परवाना आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना आया तेरे सर पर दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर तेरा ही दीवाना आया तेरे दर पर तेरा ही दीवाना दीवाना तेरा 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 अरे दीवाना 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 ये सितम का रिवाज क्यों है जैसा है ये समाज क्यों है ये दुनिया की है रस्में मैं हूँ अब इनके बस में